Okay, welcome to the flight deck once again. Today we're on easyJet, or sleazyjet as I call it. We're doing a departure tutorial from runway 7, flying the Bimbo 9 Echo departure. And we'll be heading up towards Tenerife North. I'll put the chart on so you can see what's happening. Okay, this is my departure. Take off from runway 7, flying the Bimbo 9 Echo, departure up the turf. There'll have to be above 9,000 there. That's what we take off behind me. And then we'll take a left turn, head towards Tenerife North. And it's 15 miles from Tenerife North. We have to be at above flight level 100. Then at Tenerife North, we shall turn right slightly on the 021. And we shall be heading up to Casas. And a left turn up the Bimbo. At the moment we're currently at gate 4 at Tenerife, and we shall get the parking spots on so you can see. There we go, we're at gate 4 and we should be departing, we're taxiing along Delta, if I'm not mistaken. It's Delta, then on Delta 1, then on the Tango, and up to the end of the runway on runway 07. So let's get back in the flight deck. First of all, get you in. Okay, take some of the stuff away. Okie do. So what he's taking off here, I've just heard them in the background. So we're all set up. We've got our flight plan, our weights, our fuel. We're just about ready to be pushed back. So let's have a look at my departure on the Mac 2 and on the ND. We've got our constraints on. I'm pulling the 10 mile and let's have a flick through. That's a 10 mile radius from Tenerife South, Tango Foxtrot Sierra. And then we'll come up towards turf, as I said, above 9,000. Left turn, following the radial from Tenerife North and then the radial out from Tenerife North, up to Casas. Our initial departure today, altitude is flight level 20. And we shall be flying with easyJet, as I said. So that's the basics. Let's have a look at our secondary flight plan in case we have an engine failure on takeoff. Let's have a look. Looks a bit messed up, but it is pretty alright. So after departure of any engine trouble, we'll take a right turn and head back to Tenerife South. Let's pull that in, let you have a look. Tenerife South, so there's my departure. Any trouble, we'll take a left turn, head towards Tenerife South, and we're doing in the holding pattern, right turns, and from there we can head back into CF Charlie Foxtrot 07 Zulu, which is the approach at the back end of runway 7. So that's our secondary flight plan made up for, set up for departure. Okay, all our constraints are in for takeoff. So without further ado, let's continue with our pushback. We are using checklists today because we're forgetting things. So at the moment we have weather radar is not working, obviously you understand that. Transponder is set and it's ready for auto and standby. Okay, we'll have parking brake set. Windows are closed, external power is off. Let's just double check. Got a fly in my screen. External power is off. APU bleed verify on. APU bleed is on. Seatbelt signs are on. Beacon, we need to turn that on now. There's my beacon on. Doors are all closed. Stairs are removed. The jetway, sorry. GPU and chocks. Okay, that's us ready for pushback, so we'll get back in touch with JSX. We're ready for the push. Continue pushback. We want to be going nose left, tail right. Dismiss Fenix GPU. Ooh, what the hell is that? Oh, I think we still have it connected. Yes, we do. There we go. Okay, let's release parking brakes. Beacons on. Okay. Let's go to the engine start. We'll go ignition start. We'll start an engine 2 first, so we'll go with engine master switch 2 on. Let's have a look. Check what engines for startup. Yes, that's coming up nice. So engine 2, it'll be stabilised at N1 of 20%, N2 at 60%, or exhaust gas temperature at 400 degrees to 500 degrees. So let's see how this is doing. We're 5% of N1. There's the engine starting up nicely. Exhaust gas temperature is 170 rising. N2 is 44.3 at the moment. N1 is on 15, 16. Let's keep an eye on engines as we're starting. Pretty busy today at Tenerife South, Reina Sofia. Okay. Engine 2 N1 is up to 18.5%. It should stabilise at 20. There you go, engine 2 is available. Let's start engine 1. Same again, let's check on this. N1's rising, N2's rising. Sorry, N1 is not, N2 is. Okay, that's coming up nicely. Let's set the parking brakes. Engine 2 is coming up nice, and engine 1's coming up nice. We've got 10% N1. We'll confirm we've got engine start, or we'll be here all day.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can
Okey-doke.
disconnect.
That is engine 1 available. Sorry about that, that was my phone, very unprofessional. I shall silence that. There was 1 second. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Right, so engine 2's up and running. So now we'll do after starting before taxi checklist. We have engine mode selector, which will be off. APU bleed. Let's get up there. APU bleed off. APU master switch off. Engine wing anti-ice not required. Auto brake max. On ground spoilers. Rud and trim aileron. Reset. In pitch trim as calculated, which is going to be down 0.4, so we'll go into flight controls. Down 0.4. Okay, that's good. Flight controls check. Okay, let's go with full left, center, full right, center, full up, center, full down, center, full left rudder, center, full right, center. So that's a flight control check. Let's get back on the wheel, back on the flight plan. Strobes, clear, export, ATC clearance. We're getting up with no ATC, so we're clearing ourselves. So strobes on auto, yes. Nose lights to taxi. There we go, nose lights to taxi. Run return lights as required at night, don't need it. We need to set our flaps to 1. Okay, that's us ready to taxi if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay, taxi must release the parking brake, start elapsed time for the block time, slowly advance thrust levers to max 40% N1. Check the brakes during taxi, and taxi speed is 20 to 30 knots, turns 10 knots. Oh, what was that? Crazy. So, let's start the block time. Let's release parking brakes. Bit of power. I have a huge fly in the room. It's really driving me nuts. Okay, just zooming it on the map as I'm talking to you for the taxi. Our takeoff weight today is 66.2 tonne. Getting a little bit glitchy there, but we can handle that. Okay, taxi right to the end. Actually, we'll take Delta 3, which is coming up. Here we go. And this should take one to Tango. Oh, that was wrong. Done that wrong. Excuse me. I thought that was the turn. Missed it totally. Too early, should I say. Brake a little touch. Okay, our taxi behind this guy here. Need to be on the ball with our taxi, and that was totally unacceptable. Mistakes happen, I'm still learning. Read the chart wrong. But we'll learn from our mistakes, so anyway, here we go. We're taxiing up towards runway 7 on taxiway Tango. We'll keep our speed low. Let's let this guy get ahead of us. Okay. Excuse me. Let's check my winds for the departure. That's updated. Okay, we've got wind 080 at 17 knots, good visibility, fuel clouds at 25, temperatures 27 QNH 1020, which will turn that up, that's wrong. Get back in with it, Tom, come on. And this one as well. Okay, we're going right down to the end. We'll be taking Bravo 1, I presume. We'll see as we get the end. Steering's not the best at the minute. There's one more with VUR TFS, which is straight ahead of it, but we're taking off the other way. But that's what distance from TFS to our first mark, which is 10 mile radial. Have a look at that. There it is, there's a 10 mile radial. Sorry, just getting back on track. And that's for engine failure on takeoff. We're at the minute, we're 5.9 mile away, closing on the VO1 TFS, Tango Foxtrot Sierra. Let's slow down a bit, we're doing 16 knots, let this guy get on the runway. There's no traffic inbound at the minute. Okay, let's get our departure map on. Yes, he's turning on the runway now. We'll just hold here once he gets on. Don't know why he's holding, there's nothing coming in. Stop there, a bit close to him. There's nothing on approach, don't know why he stopped there. Let's have a look on a little nav map, see if there's anything coming in. So, what we've got in the little nav map. Oh yes, there is. We'll have a easyJet coming in. He's at 3,100. He's lined up. He's on ILS approach. I'll just show you that. That's it. There we go. There's my easyJet coming in. That's us lined up. That's a plane in front of it, which is a Fenix. Obviously, as you can see, Jet 2. I think that's him just flew over with, land on the runway. So now he should be nobody else on approach. I don't know why he's still sitting there. Should be lining up to clear approach. So let's get back a view for you. He doesn't want to move, this guy. Don't know what's the matter with him. Let's have a look outside for a moment. I don't know what's stopping him. Might have to go through him. Might be a glitch in the FSL. Is it FSTL? Got a plane behind me, another Fenix. Jet 2. Why is he not moving? Put the parking brakes on while we're waiting. There he's good. Got bloody time and all in it. Let's get back in the flight deck. Let's move forward into the holding point. Okay. Okay, so we're going to hold yard Bravo 0 till he's actually taken off, departed. Let's have a little view of him taking off. Let's stop there, parking brake set. Okay, let's have a look at our checklist. Okay, here we go. Let's do a takeoff configuration while we're here. Takeoff configuration, we'll set our TCAS to on. That's him departed, I do believe. Let's double check. We don't want to go on the runway if he's still there. Yeah, he's away. We'll line up and wait. So parking brakes off. Return protected windshield on. Okie doke. Auto. Let's put our strobes on as we're going on the runway. That's the plane moving itself. On idle first. So we're taxiing to position and hold. A little bit power, nudge along. And we'll give him a few minutes to get ahead of it. We've got it down as though we're going to Madeira today, but we're not. We're just doing this for a tutorial for you for takeoff. If you like what you're seeing, comment, subscribe. It'd be good to get some tips off some of you guys who's more professional. Okay, we'll just get over the piano keys and we'll wait. Slow down a touch. Okay, he's nearly 5 mile out. We'll get him about 10 mile and we'll take off. Like I said, no ATC, plenty of planes on the apron there. easyJets, TUIs and what have you. That's us lined up. Let's stop and wait. Parking brake on. Today's first officer is Odie the Jack Russell. I was lying curled up on the ball on the bed behind us, at the side of us. Excuse me. Got a big jug of coffee, pack of cigarettes. What more does a man need? Pour him a glass of wine and a piece of cheese. Okie dokie, let's have a look around. Let's see where he is. He is... Well, for some reason he's not showing up on the TCAS, but he has departed. So okay, let's go before takeoff checklist. We've got the terrain on, obviously not working there. Not terrain, terrain's on, sorry, on first officer side. Weather radar not working, predicted wind shear's on, transponder is on, TARA, configuration test is done, ET clearance, already got that, we're packing ourselves. What we're doing is start, okay, packs 1 and 2 are on, engine and wing NDH, we don't need it. Engine mode selector is off, nose light is good to take off. Landing lights on, we don't need wing lights. Strobes are on. Okay, that's us ready to depart, I think. Let's double check on my checklist, that's what I'm there for. Okay, let's see what we've got. That's us ready to go. Just get my after takeoff checklist ready. Okay, I'll shut up and let you enjoy the show, so to speak. Okay, so we'll start the chrono. We'll have a flex takeoff today of 64 degrees. And my initial climb was up to 2,000 feet, so here we go. Chrono started, lights, takeoff, no blue. Let's go. Toe brakes on. Let's go to 50% N1. Engine's pulling up nicely. Start releasing the brakes. We've got a long runway here. Okay, let's go with flex takeoff. The last flight I had trouble keeping flex in the gate and it's doing it again. I don't know why. I've configured it. Any ideas, chaps? Leave a comment. Any tips? Okay. Straight after takeoff, I'm going to put an autopilot so we'll have a view around. Okay, here comes rotate. There you go, rotate. Okay, positive rate, gear up. Beautiful Tenerife, Mount Tenerife there. No snow on it this time of the year. Been up there, freezing cold, winter, January, many years ago. Went on a motorbike with shorts and a t-shirt, big mistake. A little bit off course there, let's press autopilot so we can have a look about. Let's get that lined up properly. Okay, let's put a navigation display further out so we can see what's what. There we go, we've got lever climb. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mount Tenerife, beautiful place, Tenerife. Had some fun there over the years, been many a time. Okay, anyway, so we're climbing up past 2,300, well, 1,900 feet per minute. Let's get what after takeoff checklist done. That's the wrong one, let's get the right one, Tom. We'll go after takeoff checklist. Landing gear verified up, flaps. We're going to be tracking any minute. Okay, we're coming towards airspeed. We'll take the nose wheel steering lights out. We'll release the cabin. Okay, we're passing airspeed, so that's flaps up. So after takeoff checklist is landing gear up, the flaps up, ground spoilers disarmed. Part 1 and 2 are on anyway. Engine anti-ace not required. Engine mode selector is off. Landing lights are off and retracted. Nose light is off. Terrain on navigation display off. We'll leave that on the first officer side. Passenger signs as required. We'll keep them on for the time being. It's a little bit bumpy. So let's go with standard. Oh, doesn't want to press. Not the dreaded mouse. There we go. I was going to say the dreaded mouse again. Okay. So we're heading up towards turf and we have to be above 9,000. 090. Beautiful. Drove along that TFS1, is it? Many a time. Along to Santa Cruz. We're going towards Tenerife North Airport where the worst aviation disaster, 2 jumbos collided in the 70s. If I'm not mistaken. Over 500 people killed. Okay, we're coming up towards 6,000. We'll have a plane below it. Just seeing for the... I think that's the one I took off earlier. Well below her. Don't know what he's doing. Okay. So we're 17 18 mile away from Tenerife South, TFS, Tango Foxtrot Sierra. And we're going to be turning up towards Tenerife North. Got some sea traffic. Can't zoom in too much. It's pretty far away. There is Gran Canaria over there, which is our takeoff alternate. Okay, we're going to be coming up on this turn pretty soon. It's about 10 mile away. Climbing nicely so we can pass that height restriction. Okay, there's Santa Cruz. Beautiful Mount Terry. Okay, we're passing 10,000 now. We'll take the landing lights off. We'll turn off the seat belts after the turn so it's not too disruptive for the passengers. We're accelerating up to 313 knots. Currently doing 328 on the ground speed. Okay, my first officer wasn't much help with the takeoff. Snoozing away there. Yeah, I do believe that's Tenerife North Airport, just over there. There's that ship again. It's too far away to focus in. Zoom in on them. Okay, that's the start of the turn. Our next constraint is above 110, which is about 7 mile away, 7.5 mile. We'll turn off the seatbelt signs after this turn. So we're flying the radial now towards Tenerife North. This here was the line out from the runway 7. And this is a radial coming out from Tenerife North, just to keep an idea where we are. There you go, TFN, Tango Foxtrot November. Let's put the airport on, it should be right next to it, there you go. Put the constraints back on. So we'll clear the box out, what we got. Right now, let's clear TFS, Tango Foxtrot Sierra, that's out. Let's clear fix infos, Tenerife South, 073 degrees, that was our heading on the runway. Tenerife North, we're flying that now, 165 radial. Let's clear it out, we don't really need it. There we go. That's looking good, that's spot on. We're still heading towards Tenerife North. We're using the VO1, Lanzarote I think it is, Lima Romeo Oscar, couldn't see it there, sorry about that. There's Tenerife North Airport. Like I said, that major air disaster years ago, and there was also another one here. I'm not sure of the date, but the pilot got confused in the haze on his navigation and he actually crashed at these mountains. You should look it up, it's an interesting story. There's Mount Terry. Yeah, but there's Tenerife South Airport, which is around there, that's it there. There's that ship again. Beautiful views from up there if you go up Mount Terry. Got a cable car ride from down the bottom of the main peak here. Takes you up so far and you've got a few hundred metres to go yourself. I don't know if you're still allowed to go there, I don't know if I've stopped it. Okay, we'll take the train off on the ND. Okay. That's the Equatorium Point in Madeira, which is only 300 and so miles away from Tenerife. We're down to 272 miles to go, but we're not going to fly that approach. Or should we? No, that's for another day. Okay, that is how you depart from Tenerife on runway 7, flying the Bimbo 9 Echo departure with easyJet, as I call it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe. And any advice or tips, more than welcome to put it in. Cheers guys.